what's up, YouTube? So, Celtic Dreamer here. I just want to make a quick little video talking about something that happened to me a few years ago. And, to be completely honest, I had totally forgotten about it until it came up under my memories on Facebook. And it made me realize that it was pretty much the reason why, even though all I really had was, my friends and my life on social media, because I was stuck somewhere, still am, unfortunately, stuck somewhere where I don't really have friends, didn't really have anybody to talk to, and I needed to be heard because I was hurting and I was going through shit. And so, yeah, maybe I overshared, but I legitimately needed help and needed somebody to care. So what does that have to do with what I'm talking about right now? Well, what I want to talk about is depression shaming. Because while, let me back up a little bit. What I posted, and yes, it was kind of pathetic, but I honestly did think that if I just deleted my profile on Facebook and nobody ever heard from me again, that nobody would care. Because that's how low of a point in my life I was at. Yes, I was pathetic and asked, would anybody care if I just disappeared? Yeah, I could see how that would be pathetic, but that's honestly how I felt. And while a lot of people did come out and say, hey, I care. Yes, we would miss you. Are you kidding me? There was one guy in particular, and I'm not going to say his name because I'm not giving him any publicity or whatever. Like, I'm not giving him any exposure on my channel. His name doesn't deserve to be on my or anybody else's channel. So anybody who goes out of their way to depression shame somebody, your name does not deserve to be mentioned on my channel. And that's what he did. He went out of his way to depression shame me. Saying shit like, stop asking for attention. By the way, wasn't asking for attention. I was just asking, does anybody out there care? Because I don't think anybody does. Because I don't care. Nobody here does. I was legitimately hurting. Thank you for that, asshole. Stop looking for attention, blah, 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 blah. You keep telling everybody that you want, positivity and peace, but all you ever do is complain about how everything's wrong and you're like, blah, 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 blah. Grow the fuck up and get over it, basically. And he was meaner than that. And basically, what he said made me stop talking about it. I didn't talk to anybody other than maybe like 2 people. And that was in chat or on the phone about anything that was going on in my life. And even then, I kept 99% of what I was going through hidden and stuffed away in me. And when it came to my profile, the only time I ever showed any anger that I was feeling, or pain that I was feeling, it was shown through status updates that were about things that were going on in the world, or poetry, or songs that I had written about horrible things going on in the world. But nothing was ever about me. I expressed my anger about school shootings. I expressed my anger about racism and gay bashing and all that. But I never talked about me or my depression or the fact that I was waking up every day crying or that I just wanted to curl up and die. I faked being okay, and I kept it all inside because one guy had to go out of his way to call me pathetic, depression shame me, and basically tell me I ought to be ashamed of telling somebody, trying to tell anybody, reaching out for anybody to help me. Because how dare I have a bad day, and how dare I need help. And so I stopped talking about it. And because I stopped talking about it, that a year and a half ago, just before my 33rd birthday, I tried to commit suicide. I overdosed. I was like, fuck it. I can't talk to anybody. I can't write about it anymore. I can't do anything to make any of this better. Every time I open my mouth, shit gets worse. Every time I open my eyes, every time I breathe, it gets worse. I'm done. I spent 4 days in the hospital, 2 of which I was unconscious for. If I had just reached out to anyone, just said something, I could have avoided that. I could have gotten at least some help that could have been just enough to get me through the day so I could sleep off that feeling and try again the next day. But because of this one guy depression shaming me, I said nothing. So, there are 3 points I want to make with this video. 1, not everybody who says stuff like, would anybody care if, or just talks about, man, yeah, my life really sucks, blah, 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 blah. Not everybody saying that on social media is just looking for attention. Okay? And if that's how you're looking at everybody, then fuck you. But I'm not gonna tell you that I wish you knew how it felt, because I'm not like you. I actually give a damn. I actually have a fucking heart and a fucking soul. I don't wish that shit on anybody. So no, I don't wish that you know how it felt, but I wish you could at least care enough to think, maybe all this person needs is somebody to talk to. Maybe all they need is somebody to give a damn. Okay? Not everybody is just looking for attention. Sometimes people actually really do need help, and if you react to that the way this guy did, not everybody is going to end up as lucky as I did. And that's on you. You never know when you reacting that way is going to push somebody over the edge. And yes, that's on you. So, don't do that. Just stop that. Also, I want to make a point of saying that mental illness is not your fault. It's not a sign of weakness to reach out for help. It is not a sign of something seriously wrong with you. Like, I'm a freak, I'm a monster, I'm not even human, oh God, this is going on with me, I don't deserve... No. There is nothing wrong with you. It's a chemical imbalance in your brain. It's shit that gets overwhelming, and overwhelming happens to everyone. Just nobody talks about it because everybody is afraid of being shamed for it. Everybody gets depressed at some point. Hell, at this point, I'm willing to bet most people, if not everyone out there, on some level has some type of mental illness that they need help with, but nobody's saying anything because nobody's taking it seriously. So we all just stuff it down. and we all pretend that everything's fine, instead of reaching out to each other and helping each other. It's not your fault that you're going through something like that. Mental illness is not your fault. It does not make you weak. It does not make you less of a person. It does not make you anything bad. You're not less just because you're going through this. Okay? And lastly, fuck all the people out there who do depression shame. You are going to find a lot of people who are like that. Fuck them and don't listen. You need somebody? Reach out. If social media is all that you have, like it was for me, reach out. Say something. Even if you encounter 100 of those assholes that just shame the fuck out of you, you never know when there's at least just one person who's going to be like, I know exactly how you feel. Hey, let's talk about this. You help me, I help you. Let's get through this together. Because I truly believe that there are people out there who do care and do want to help. I care. I want to help. If anybody out there watching this is going through depression or thoughts of suicide or just feel like nobody cares, please reach out. And please don't ever think that you're alone. You're not alone. I understand how that feels. It's more than you know. And if nothing else, I care. Even if you feel like you don't matter to anybody else, you matter to me. I may not know you personally, but you matter to me. I care. I care a great deal. And I know that there are going to be other people out there who also care. So don't let people like the guy who got to me, don't do what I did and let assholes like them get to you. If you need somebody to talk to, if you're going through something and you need to talk about it, reach out. Say something. Be heard. Just don't stay silent and suffer in silence because it never ends well. Thank you for listening, and I hope that every single one of you out there is doing okay. And if you're not, I hope that you have somebody in your life that is helping you through whatever you're going through. And as always, remember, whoever you are, embrace it, own it, live it, love it. Because you truly are beautiful. You truly do matter. And you truly are always, always worth it. I love you all. Bye.